We ain't taking no days off. We put our lives on the line with this perpetual grind. All this hard work gon' pay off. Our main objective is to free minds. We don't like to waste time. We don't ever show off. We rather move in silence. My people about to take off, but we gotta be united. Self-realization was a must for me. I'm so in tune with myself, I never skip a beat. I meditate every day so I can keep my peace. But if you look into my soul, I promise you would see.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Term is 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes, yes, yes. You already know what we will do. If we unite, we will shut shit down. Blessings, blessings. Wait, let me move my camera over a little bit so I can get my sister in this morning. Whoop, whoop. And then knock my camera off. Give me 1 second. Let me edit, see what's going on. I hope you guys are having a great, blessed morning and everything is well. Let me see if it let me pick back up the camera. Did it let me? Yeah, hold on. I don't want y'all to see my background. Now, why you going to go and do that? It done set me all over. Hold on. All right. Look at my background. Y'all see my background? I'm going to kill my thing. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I love you. I know I don't got it totally set up correctly. I usually have my thing set up real nice. Why it ain't giving me my background? Why you want to go and do that now, huh? Let's see. Can I see it? Oh, it's doing me dirty, y'all. Hold on. How you want to go and do that, camera? Trying to treat me bad. And that probably has nothing to do with our camera. Give me 1 second, y'all. We'll put this lady back on the screen while I get myself together, wondering why my background ain't showing up the way it's supposed to. It's being weird to me. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Hope everything is going well with you. You know I'm here. I got the mess. Following up. All right, let's see. This thing is being so weird. I'm about to take this off. We about to zoom in, y'all. Okay, my camera acting like a fool. Hold on. Y'all need to see all my books and stuff. Y'all can see me. Let's do it like this today because I'm having some technical difficulties for some apparent reason. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. There's nothing stopping me today. Didn't even get my Henyard background on. So you already know what we're doing. We're going to be coming with the mess this morning. Tiffany always find a way to keep herself in the news. And I really do believe that it's purposely, okay? At this point, she loves to do it. and she got the attention she needed. So yesterday, many of us was under the assumption that the meeting was actually canceled, and this was done by the trustees, but obviously it was not canceled. So we got a surprise. Well, it was canceled. Basically, Tiffany went up there and did her song and dance. Okay. So it really wasn't nothing to go live for yesterday when I saw it. I said, she ain't going to do nothing but talk crap. Right. But it was two reasons allegedly that the meeting was postponed or delayed. One was safety issues that they stated. We're going to talk about that. And two, it's because of Jerry Jones quitting. And it's so crazy because I can just remember we were talking about that in the last live, like what is going on with the meeting? Why is it so empty? People kept saying like something's weird. And I was like, Jerry Jones, you better bring your butt to work and do what you're supposed to do. And I was like, it's crazy if Jerry Jones take that $3 million that his son was allegedly awarded for right now and trying to hit the road. Because you know Jerry Jones is deep down in the trenches with him, Henyard, with this woman. He has connections. Look at her. Don't get fooled by what y'all saw for the last 2 days. This is Henyard. Okay. Now, we're just gonna take a quick stroll through Dalton politics, highlighting some of our amazing residents doing their due. Super server. We're going to go over who's a super server. Y'all already know that we have read the case that he served her with in Psalm. That's the guy with the barbershop. So we will reiterate what's going on with that, because basically that case has been at a standstill because of service. So we're going to show you when this gentleman got on board and when he was basically put in position to be her super server. All right. They have some paperwork highlighting that. The residents got jokes. He was like acting like a secret squirrel over there sleeping. They said, hold up. Was Kurt even pull the sleeping lawyer move on her? Like she wouldn't even think that man was about to serve her. And that's what he did. Shout out to the residents. Y'all over there always putting the pieces together. So that was Kurt sitting there in the meeting, waiting for his turn, letting her run her mouth. Let's get to one of the topics, and that is the safety issue. We did a little live last week after the board meeting, and I talked about that in detail, how it was ridiculous of some of the things that's going on at these meetings, and how I was very, very concerned with the residents because they were very, very concerned about the way people were behaving at this meeting and many other meetings. There were actors at this meeting, per se. Do we have the right one on the screen? At this meeting who actually were acting very, very aggressive. And we're going to show you what happened to Mr. Roberts. We do have that video up there, and you know Mr. Roberts have a court date. Now let's hit what the news got to say about this, because they didn't even wait 1 minute after the meeting.
New drama tonight involving a controversial politician in the south suburbs. Tiffany Henyard was the only Thornton Township leader to show up for a scheduled meeting. Others telling us they're worried for their safety. CBS News Chicago is always investigating. Our Jermont Terry is live with the new twist in this months-long saga. Jermont.
Erica, good evening. The most notable difference tonight, everyone entering this building behind me had to go through security. And it was because of lack of security, the trustees opted to not attend tonight's meeting. And that just left Supervisor Tiffany Henyard to make her own address on a variety of topics. Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard entered the room to a nearly vacant board table. She gave the clerk a hug as every other seat next to them was vacant.
And we're going to be talking about that clerk tonight. I have a surprise for you guys, so please put your notifications on, please, because we're going to go down the rabbit hole a little bit, okay? What I will say is that I have a lot of circumstantial evidence, but you know you can convict on circumstantial evidence if you put the pictures together. So we're going to be talking about Miss Loretta Wiles tonight, okay? And that is the one that's sitting by her side that never even flinched one time in none of this saga. I'm going to need you residents to start honing in on her, honing in on this lady, Hold on. Let's see if I could put it on the screen again. I need you residents to hone in on this lady, because this lady right now may and will be the tiebreaker for up and coming. Look at her boyfriend. They stressing because they got evicted. Look at them. So her right here, she's standing strong. And you guys really need to think about it, about her position and possibly how to get her out. I ain't going to talk about it right now, but I need y'all to hone on in. Something not right. Something not right. We'll have a special guest tonight. Our guest will be anonymous for their safety, but they have some stuff to say.
Like I said, it was about to get physical.
Trustee Chris Gonzalez set out Tuesday night's meeting after he claims the trustees got no response from Henyard about how she could keep these meetings safe.
Well, I do know the trustee also did send a communication to the state. We need some help here because this is getting out of control, and somebody's going to get hurt.
Safety is my top priority.
Henyard says the trustees insisted on having meetings in the basement overflow room. She says she wanted meetings in the board chambers where she sat alone Tuesday night.
We called our security firm. We made sure they had wands, and we also told our board to come upstairs due to the fact they had several ways to exit out of the building.
Henyard implied this was a stall tactic by the trustees.
To say that it's an antic, well, let's sit down and put something together, a safety plan, and then we'll just take it from there. But once again, there's no communication.
One trustee did communicate with Henyard and the clerk. Trustee Jerry Jones resigned suddenly, according to Henyard.
Me and the board and also the clerk will talk about our steps moving forward for filling that vacancy.
Since there was no official business addressed, Henyard took the time to speak out about a huge surplus she says exists in the township.
It's around $9.something million.
You see how she started gaslighting. I just want y'all to highlight that because I was in the bushes last night too, Carver. Shout out to you, love and blessings. I love you. Happy belated birthday to our daughter, Alexis Wilson. I love you so much. But I was in the bushes last night listening to this. And as soon as she said $9 million surplus, I said, and that's a lie. This is what she do. She gaslight. And then she say so much that people forget what she say. Let's listen.
Surplus here in Thornton Township.
In addition to that $9 million plus surplus she says exists, Henyard also says she's making $2 million available to some 25,000 homeowners to help in the high property taxes in the area. It's not clear tonight exactly how anyone can get access to those funds, so that's a to be determined. As for Trustee Jones, his resignation, we should point out he is the senior or was the senior trustee on this board. It's not clear why he resigned all of a sudden. Reporting live in South Holland tonight, I'm Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
Thank you, Jermont.
You already know. All right, so they jumped right on it right at the end of the night and highlighting that Henyard lied. Allegedly, it's a $4 million surplus, and we already went over that. The surplus is literally loans and grants. To my knowledge, this is why Henyard is pushing these senior programs. Let me see. I'm scared to touch the camera because I don't want it to mess up. You see, it won't even put my background on. But I think this is the reason why Henyard is pushing these senior programs, bingo, and also the pantry. Because when we went into those two specified loans, I think one was agricultural based and one was senior based. She was supposed to be doing things for the senior community and providing food for the community. Not directly providing food, but she was supposed to, from what I've read, was like sponsor organizations, community members who were building these type of organizations, i.e. the Fresh Mart. Okay, we're just gonna throw that out there, and that's why I think she is scrambling to spend some of this money. I honestly do think that's why she's scrambling to get some of this money out and spent, because there's certain things that she was supposed to do with the money, but she just thinks she's just going to spend it whatever way she wants to. That's my synopsis on why Henyard keep pushing these senior programs, keep pushing the food pantry and giving out free things to the seniors, because it's literally kind of like surrounding the two grants that they have gotten every year every year since she's been there. And the last grant that she got from the USDA commodities or something like that, that one went down significantly after the COVID. It went down to about $5,000 or something. But before it was close to almost $1 million. It's like, 500,000, and it was close to like $1 million or something. We'll go back over that again just to highlight what we're talking about, because what she's doing is gaslighting. I don't believe Thornton has such a surplus, but I do think they do have some type of surplus based on what she did. Is it safe for her to do what she did? No. All right. Now, this is the incident that caused the safety concern amongst many incidents. Just to do a quick flashback, we do have the clip, the kind of, I think it's coming out tomorrow or tomorrow evening, just highlighting what Mr. Roberts went through, which was very out of pocket. I told you guys, I don't understand how people do this type of stuff when it comes to, one, being adults over 40 years old. Two, you don't just run in people's face and do things like this. It does look like you were going to attack him. So my thing is, I wish Mr. Roberts would actually have filed something against them. Okay? Because they're trying to make it seem like you're going to hear what Keith Price say, because he's trying to make it seem like it's a safety concern for Henyard, when literally it's Henyard's goons that's causing a safety concern for residents. So let's go back to this flashback real quick. People act. There you go. So you see her hired goon right there, Smith, Catch a Dog Smith, run directly into Mr. Roberts' face. And then you had that other gentleman back there with the dreads, where people were really nervous, like maybe he had to guard you now. And also, I'm trying to come up with a name. This is a little trashy Tiff, because she reminded me of Tiffany. This Tiffany supporter back here. This lady was very aggressive and very, very brolic. So I think these reports actually stemmed the safety concerns. Now let's listen to we're gonna watch just a second of this. There go Miss Roberts, like, hold up, back up. Yes, got messy. It's terrible. This is terrible. All right, so this is what happened last week that stemmed this. So I don't want Tiffany to flip it on the media and make it seem like it's her safety concerns, because if you listen to what I'm trying not to curse, okay, I'm gonna do much better. What Thicker Than a Snicker KP said basically is revolving around her safety, and actually no one is going after her. Let's listen to what he had to say last night, because I can't listen to her go off.
Due to the fact they had several ways to exit out of the building downstairs.
So her excuse for not wanting to have the meetings downstairs is allegedly is too many exits. Okay. And that usually safety means more than one exit. That's what I learned. You're supposed to have more than one exit, but maybe it's different down there.
This is the room they built to have their board meetings. So they decided to have a board meeting downstairs. When they did so, we all went downstairs. In the past, they used to have board meetings here, and the overflow is downstairs, where people can view it via TV. So he did exactly what someone asked us to do, which is make sure we had safety issues basically rectified. We did that. We called our security firm. We made sure they had ones, and we also told our board to come upstairs due to the fact they had several ways to exit out of the building. Downstairs, as you all know, we are sitting ducks, in my opinion, because you're against the wall, so you have no way to exit. So I just want to clear it up for those that keep lying about we didn't have any safety measures. I'm gonna have Keith Price speak to that. He was the person that handled the safety issues. We have it in writing for the news. If anybody wants it, we can give you a copy of it, so you can take it with you and you can clear up the misleading information that the apostle has gave you. So Keith Price, you have the floor to talk about the safety issues.
Do not buy new windows if you live in Georgia.
While that's going on, a commercial little thing. Y'all remember them having the police at the podium intimidating people, right? Right.
Madam Supervisor, residents, staff. When informed about safety concerns, I immediately reached out to Rob, told him we needed to handle this as best as we could. We requested security at each door. They wanted metal detectors on such short notice. We asked them, did they have wands? I'm sure most of you all got wands today. That's the first time. So we did start putting things in place. We had correspondence with the actual security company, and they gave several different layouts. The main thing was to make sure all doors were covered so no one could go up and let somebody in after coming through the main entrance door and being warned. So we did take those matters seriously and started.
And I'm gonna stop right there because he don't deserve all that respect. You know what I'm saying? You 100% Carver. He is the safety issue. You took the words right out of my mouth. He was one of the aggressors there that night outside of Catch a Dog Smith. He was actually in Mrs. I don't know how aggressive it was, but he was in Trina face. He always is in someone's face. And he gaslights. We went through that when they had the day in the park. He gaslights, and he is in the middle of mess. All right. So I do agree with you, Miss Carver. He is the person. This is the gentleman. How can you put him in charge of safety when we just read a lawsuit, more than one, that involved this man? Well, one was assault, right? Acting like he the police ran down on somebody when he was an alderman. He got more than one assault case. And they're putting him in charge of safety. Is he a Jamaican? I'm gonna just have to say it. He got 10 jobs because first he's over the finance. First, just the other meeting, go to him to get all the information you need. Told Carmen to get there. So he's in charge of finance. He's in charge of the food pantry, and now he's in charge of security. Right. I wonder how many paychecks he think he's gonna be cashing in from Thornton. I wonder. Y'all definitely keep your eye on that because she's putting him in all of these positions allegedly. And I know, just like he said, from his mouth to me, he said the reason why he didn't originally take the food pantry position because he didn't get paid enough. And when he threw the number out he wanted and they agreed, then they could talk business. He said he did it for the money. So y'all keep your eye on that because there's already $5 million coming out of that food pantry. Moving forward.
Working on them immediately. If many of you remember, the supervisor had concerns about safety because there was a lot of attacks on her. The board would not comply. They still made her go downstairs. This room is the safest room because it's easy to control, and the elected official has 2 doors that they could exit out of if the meeting did get out of control. But we did start immediately working on safety concerns, not just for one trustee that asked for it, but for everyone.
Whatever.
So, yeah, I don't know where they got that from.
I'm done. So we all heard the shucking and jiving coming from his mouth. Yeah, we're the alternative news, and we're going to tell the truth. And we're going to show the clips. This guy is an aggressor. We have enough clips up here to show you that he should not be in charge of security. Or whatever he's doing. Y'all continue to write letters to who you need to get this man out of his fake position. Honestly, I do believe that the same steps that Dalton made, those trustees, is the same step that the Thornton trustees should make with making sure that people who don't qualify for the position do not get the position, and also people who are a danger to the community should not be in these type of leadership positions at all. Okay, we got to definitely jump on them, report it to everybody, even the state police. Say you're nervous. All right, so this is the next part here, and this is what gets me tight, because the way people say it is like it's so normal, and it's not normal for people to have so many lawsuits. It is not normal. This is the gentleman, Kurt. Now, I don't know. He has been showing up to different meetings. Hold on. Different meetings. Look at Kamal. He mad. He looking at Kurt like, I'm marking your face. I'm marking your face. So he's been showing up. I would assume different meetings. He's been looking for Henyard. All right. According to what we found in the lawsuit, that he was hired a couple of months ago to service her. All right. So let's just play this little clip real quick with how Henyard feel about being serviced and how disregarding she is. Let's go.
Their department, they are responsible like general fund. So that's why when you hear me up here saying, hey, why y'all taking stuff out of the GA department? You got no authority in that. And that's what I'm talking about when I say that. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a private investigator. I've got some books at Supermare. Inside I have from the United States District Court of District of Illinois, Tyrone Eisen Jr. to you as both personal and in your role as mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you much, sir.
Anytime, that's right. Maybe I could, baby, huh? All right. I guess I get sued all the time. Y'all stop it. What happened? Election. All right. Very important.
We laugh, but it's really not funny because she don't get sued all the time. As what she mentioned, it's the resident, it's the township that gets sued all the time. This was a very, very old file, not very, very, but it was one of the original filings that we have read on Henyard, the Insom case. Insom case is the gentleman who was like, he was really, really trying to open a barbershop. And Henyard and her goons, including Keith Freeman, as well. Keith Freeman, the alleged whistleblower. That's why I can't consider him a whistleblower, because he is involved and played a major role on many of the cases that's involved in Dalton and now Thornton. So I can never consider him as a whistleblower. I'm so sorry, y'all. I do think that they can move on without him, because this jigger is trouble. So basically him, Keith Freeman, Kamal Woods, the person who was over licensing at the time, and Henyard conspired to keep this man business from being licensed. Mr. Insom, if you remember, he did everything in his power to make the building up to code. They said something was wrong. He went to get a permit to get it done. Then they wouldn't give him the permit. They gave him fines. Then they said, hey, you can't build this here. The reason why he couldn't build it there is because this monster didn't want it there. It wasn't no violation issues. It wasn't no zoning issues. The coding issues, I don't believe it was totally true. That's just my opinion. Mr. Insom even went as far as trying to change his plan. This was very troubling. He went as far as trying to change his plan, and then he was going to create like a massage parlor or something, not a massage parlor, but it was going to be something to the nature like a skin care type of parlor. He had to go reinvest in education. Okay. He was paying for a course for that and started to get what he needed as far as getting his license, getting the equipment and everything. And guess what Henyard did? You already know. Blocked him to the point that he had to file a lawsuit. This lawsuit was filed a while ago. Looking at this document, this says 4/23/2024. I think that's when the original filing. Yeah, that was the original filing date. It takes him all the way till now to get this lady service. It was a technical issue in this. I already thought all parties were serviced, but obviously they were not. That's why I kept saying, what was the delay? I was thinking the delay was because of the Delgado basically saying that he was dropping all of those cases, okay, which included his case. So I was like, hey, they needed a lawyer. You know, Tiffany had to get a new lawyer, and then, you know, the lawyer has to basically submit himself to court, rebrief himself on it, and then get caught up. So I was like, I was going to keep y'all up to date. But damn. What ended up happening, kind of reading it, was that Henyard was dodging the bullet. She never got served in her capacity. And that was one of the issues. So the factual allegations, as everything that I told you about the property, he wanted to extend the footage of the property. He wanted to do some things, and they would not let him. Now, let's go to when they hired Mr. Kurt. They had to hire Mr. Kurt to get her service because when I was going through the documents, the judge would not proceed with making any type of motions unless everybody was put on notice. Okay. And it just kind of jarring to me, because if the town was put on notice, she was put on notice. Why did Henyard, her person, had to get it into her hand? So I think somebody was probably holding off just a little bit, but that's just my opinion. You know how I think. I'll be like, shady shit, I'm not going to always give people the benefit of the doubt. Shady behavior is shady behavior. Blessings. Good morning, everybody who's here. I appreciate you guys. I know a lot of the Adulton residents listen in the evening time, so I do appreciate you. And we're doing our brief recap. All right, so this was the actual time on 8/30/2024. 4 months later, it seems like they had Kurt being duly sworn, disposed, and say, I am over the age of 18 and I'm no party in this action, and that's within the boundaries of the state, were served with the affected. I was authorized by the law to make service of the documents and inform said person of the content therein. So he was hired by an investigator. They had to get a private investigator just to catch her and service her, because obviously people wouldn't service her. Because I'm saying, why did he have to pay even more? You know, I love that what Kurt did, but what happened to the sheriffs? They see that she's in a meeting every month. What's the problem? You could have serviced her before the meeting. Why I have to take this? And then she had the nerve to say, oh yeah, it's just clickbait. It's just clickbait. It's not clickbait. It's because it had to be done. This man's case was on hold for a long time just for you to get served for being part of a conspiracy. I'm just going to tell you, the things that we share here is literally foundations of RICO cases. The way that she does things, it sounds just like the way they have to apply some of the things on the YSL trial. She's going to pull a lot of people into this shit. And she does not care. So I think, what is this? Docket was entry on May. This was October 1st. Represented claim 1015. Okay, so it was pressure put on them. This is what I'm seeing. On this document right here, it looks like it was some pressure put on them to get her served. Well, they probably... So it was saying, this judge, basically, they said that they had by 11/1/2024 to get that mail to the plaintiff. Okay, plaintiff have until 11/25/2024 to serve the individual defendant and plaintiff status report on service remaining due on 11/1/2024. So there was some pressure put on them about this. I would assume after a while, the judges probably would have moved forward to dismiss the case if it can't get service, and because he was making that a technicality, whoever that judge was. So when they was like in federal court, I'm like, what the heck? Did they finally get her for the federal indictment? But I heard his name, so I'm like, nah, has nothing to do with the federal indictment. So now we got an official update on the Insom case, and we'll show you where the video is at. They made a filing this morning. The filing this morning was like, yay, and you got served. Hold on, let me see. Can I put this up there now and show you? He got his happy face on. He went there first thing in the morning and said, I did my job. All right, we will put the paper up there. We're going to show you. It's not easy actually doing this, you know, having to track down a monster like this, or even track down information related to cases like this. And I totally understand, because it's been an uphill battle and me back and forth with these officials about the Alexis Wilson case. There are some good people out there that actually want to get you the information. I'm going to be honest, but it's a lot, and you have to do it on your own. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, the sheriffs wasn't totally doing their jobs because they could have been served her. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, why did it take so long? And I'm thinking it was because of a lawyer issue, and it was at one point, but then it had to be resurfaced. All right, so Mr. Kirk went down there as the private investigator. He went down to him. He typed this up yesterday at 6:51 p.m. He was not playing after the end of the meeting. And he went down there and said that he served her personally upon a defendant at the Thornton Township Hall, which was caught on the camera. So the mess continues. I did want to highlight that this is not a new case. We do have the information related to the case. I'm going to show y'all the video. I'll put not put the video on the screen, but I'll show you where you can find the video. We read that months ago, so you can listen to what this man has went through. She has put post-traumatic stress in everyone's life, inside of Dalton, outside of Dalton. Even my ass as an online resident, like I'll be having post-traumatic stress messing with the things she do. And I'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna let people around me do this. I'm on it. I'm on my tax officials, but like kryptonite. I'm studying all types of stuff. She giving me post-traumatic stress at the end of this because of the way she behaving. What I'm gonna do is just show y'all the case. Hold on. That's something else. I'm going to show y'all where y'all can find the case. And then I'm going to just close off with our session, just giving y'all a little bit of trending topics, things that's going on. You have another mayor that just got another mayor in the suburban that was appointed. He just resigned over misconduct. And I don't understand why Henyard won't just resign. You see what I'm saying? Won't you just resign, old girly? But she's not. She's going to fight to the end. And that's why you guys have to fight to the end and fight a good fight and come up there with them facts and make sure that she don't gaslight you, because she literally lied yesterday and said that she have a $9 million surplus. Okay. I believe it's under Free Dalton videos. Stop it. I want to get the list. Hold on one second. I think it's under my Free Dalton videos. I have a playlist. Stop it. I can't get the thing to go off. How you see the playlist? All right. Just to go to playlist. So I have a full Dalton playlist. You know, I've been loving Dalton for a couple of months. If the case is not here, I'm going to add the case. It's about 32 videos. Y'all know we've been getting it in. Let me see. I'm going to be adding all of the court cases that I've been reading. They're not even up there yet. Those was a couple of months. That's how much Dalton keep me busy. So I'm going to put that all of the cases under there, so you guys can see, or I may create a separate playlist for Dalton cases and Thornton cases, so y'all can see all of the case reads and y'all can listen to what this man went through and why it took him, a private investigator, to actually get this lady served. So please look on our playlist and you'll see all the Dalton list, all the videos that we have available if you're interested. Now, before we get into just a few other topics today, we ain't gonna go on long because we're coming back tonight. I want to give y'all a heads up. I got some stuff for y'all in the bag. Tonight we have an anonymous guest. Yes, it's gonna be anonymous for their safety, because you know how they are out there in Dalton, out there in Chicago. They're gonna be talking about some things in relation to Miss Loretta, her husband, and her husband's chief of police, because there is a connection between Dalton, Harvey, Phoenix, and I think Dixmoor. I mean, connections like in the background where they're doing some funny business. So we're going to release what our anonymous tip said. And I think that anonymous tip is going to help the trustees in Dalton look into something. I'm just going to say it like that. When I heard, I was like, oh, damn. That's exactly what they was talking about recently. So we have a surprise for you. And I'm going to say a love and blessings to this person, because she's been in my, I'm going to say he. been in my inbox and we've been talking for a while, and they've really been pushing the corruption that's been going on in the background. But I really didn't know how to bring some of this information to you guys because I know how Dalton, I kind of understand how Dalton Resonant is. Y'all kind of focus on what y'all focus on, and y'all kind of have to see a connection. So I was like, how the hell can I connect this? Because if I just talk about it, they're gonna be like, nothing to do with me. But it really does. And it may be a reason why this woman is so quiet and she's so like calm, cool, collective with Henyard's behavior. No pushback, no nothing. And I do think that the residents of Thornton need to be leery about her and a possible outcome of her vote. Okay? So let's just keep that in mind. Now, what we're talking about, crooked mayors. Y'all see I'm doing good. I ain't cursing. I'm trying to be good, okay? And see, crooked mayor, suburban mayor appoints acting mayor after former mayor resigns over theft, misconduct convictions. Now we're waiting for this in Dalton and Thornton, so it's coming. This one should give y'all some hope, baby, because we got like a 3 for this week, y'all. Did we get like a 3 for 1? You know, Tiffany, first she almost went to jail. We really wanted her to go to jail. Then she almost is evicted. You know, we got to follow up on 1022, almost evicted. And then she got served and she got played at the last meeting. She literally sat there at the other place thinking that she runs shit, and she don't. Henyard has lost control. So this has been a good couple of weeks. I'm gonna be honest for the Dalton residents. Keep hope alive and stay positive. Now listen to this, because we hoping this happens to Henyard.
So what are you going to be different? I ran for office. You still haven't answered the question, sir.
Tensions between some residents and city officials ran high as current trustee Freddie Wilson was appointed acting mayor of struggling south suburb Fort Heights.
What y'all doing up there, I have no clue, but it's no good.
Wilson's elevation comes just days after Fort Heights Mayor Charles Griffin resigned following his conviction for embezzling tens of thousands of dollars of taxpayer money for personal gain. Griffin was first charged in 2018.
People got questions they want to know, and they just shut everybody down. So I'm slightly disappointed.
About a few dozen residents showed up for the special village board meeting this afternoon.
So the motion has carried.
Yes, sir.
The appointment passed by a vote of 4-1 with Wilson abstaining. Trustee Jimmy Viverette voted yes, despite being told by authorities he must step down by the end of the month because of prior criminal conviction.
Do I have a right to vote?
The board's most senior trustee, Tina McMichaels, who is considering a run for mayor in the spring, claims the other trustees got together in private and decided to install Wilson without her input.
They could have asked me for that respect. I could have said yay or nay.
While there is support for the new mayor, others question his ties to a corrupt Mayor Griffin, who served from 2009 to 2017 and again beginning in 2021.
That's got nothing to do with me. And whatever the mayor might have made mistakes doing, that was on the mayor. Don't hold me accountable for what the mayor did.
Wilson adds his focus is on completing ongoing improvement projects in the village, which has a declining population and continues to struggle financially and with crime.
We got to work together as a unit opposed to fighting and all that.
Some residents remain skeptical but hopeful. The acting mayor and the board get back to village business at a meeting on Wednesday. It is still anyone's guess who residents of Fort Heights will elect mayor next year.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
Today I am giving
who broke into her home in the Austin neighborhood. This happened this morning on the 700 block of North Laramie. Police say 2 armed people broke into the home, found an armed woman inside. That led to a shootout where one of the offenders was fatally shot in the chest. No other injuries were reported. Police have not said what happened to the other offender.
News now, there's been a deadly shootout that police say began as a...
I do apologize. I didn't know I was mute. Thank you so much. I didn't even see. I don't know how long I was mute. I didn't do that in a while. Thank you. I love you, Hammer. Basically, what I was saying, I know y'all heard everything before when I showed you the first one about the mayor. Like I said, basically what I was saying is that in the great words of Cat Williams, bandits, I'm not going to say big D bandits, but bandits are being exposed. If you have wrong behaviors, wrong intent, you're in an area where you're dealing with people, even when you're not, you're going to be exposed. I promise you guys, y'all see people and y'all know exactly who they are. Don't give them more than the benefit of the doubt. Definitely, how can I say, judge people on their actions, because it's very serious at this point. And if you don't, you may find yourself in a bad situation. I'm just being honest. So I'm glad that mayor is getting what he's getting. And then it seems like the walls is crumbling around him. And we're praying for that to happen in Dalton. Thank you, Ham. I love you. Yeah, you just don't know how rough it was this morning. Thank you so much. So we're praying that happens with Henyard. And this is what I just want to follow up with. This is our last topic, where I was talking about the migrants and how dangerous it can be. That's why I want you guys to pay attention. Don't disregard it. There was a story going around in New York that they basically were running into buildings and strong arming people, saying, hey, don't pay rent to your landlord, pay me. Every month I'm gonna be here. Or they were using their houses for squatter houses, those type of things. Now, as what we mentioned, that the gangs in Chicago is flaring up and saying we're not letting the Tren De Aragua come here and do anything. This is a story about a Black woman in Chicago who allegedly bodied, that's what it says, a Black woman in Chicago bodied a Venezuelan Tren De Aragua member during a failed home invasion. So if you guys have to get your gun license, I do support getting your gun license. I'm in an open carry state. And since I moved here, and I was a single mom, a single mother of 2, that first year I got my Guard You Now. And then I bought one for my son for the future. And since he actually is going to be 21 today, his birthday is tomorrow, he actually got his gun that I gave him a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure that he was mentally there, able to handle that, and also going to the gun range. That's what he's supposed to be doing, going periodically. And I don't promote homicidal suicide, but I do promote you taking up for yourself. And if you're able to get one legally, get it. America, you know what they say. We have to have, it's in the Constitution. We have the right to bear arms, and you should not feel a way about it. And if this lady did not have her gun license in Chicago, because you already know that is not an open carry state, she wouldn't have been able to protect herself. So let's watch this.
A woman shoots and kills a man who broke into her home in the Austin neighborhood. This happened this morning on the 700 block of North Laramie. Police say 2 armed people broke into the home, found an armed woman inside. That led to a shootout where one of the offenders was fatally shot in the chest. No other injuries were reported. Police have not said what happened to the other offender.
News now, there's been a deadly shootout that police say began as a home invasion on the west side. Investigators say 2 armed people forced their way into a residence in the 700 block of North Laramie. A woman inside the home who has a valid FOID card also produced a firearm, and there was an exchange of gunfire. One of the people breaking into the home was killed. Nobody else was hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Richard.
So this was Richard. Rich is another content creator, small content creator like me. I told you I watch everybody and I give people support because their insight be different. And then some of them get news that we don't get. You got to understand that our news are sectionated. If I'm in Atlanta, I get news that's focused on Atlanta. Without my VPN, I wouldn't be able to pick up news that's happening in China, Russia, all types of shit. So I do recommend a Guard You Now and a VPN. 2 recommendations this morning. Let's just listen to a little bit what Richard has to say. Shout out to his page because he made me aware of this in Chicago.
Chicago, man. It's a free country, ain't it? But the ground is sold separately, so let's go. I just want to say shouts out to the distinguished Black woman in Chicago, the gun owning woman in Chicago. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to the Austin neighborhood on the west side, because today I have about a 13-day-old story to report on of a Black woman on the west side who legally owned a gun, clapping up a migrant that was rumored to be from Tren De Aragua. Pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm saying? We got some.
I'm sorry. He made me laugh. I need to laugh.
News straight from the source, straight from I believe like Fox News or something. I got some news clips. You know what I'm saying? Cite my damn sources. Also, shouts out to CSP. He helped me put this video together. But let's go. So we had a migrant trying to run up. He's trying to run up in your house. He's acting like the Grinch who stole Christmas, trying to run up in your house. But you know, the Black, I don't know if y'all know this about Black women, but they're notoriously, like, I think defensive, or the Black women are just like,
we ain't got no choice.
They don't play that shit. And the fact that they have guns now, it doesn't surprise me that somebody.
We ain't got no choice, baby. There's a lot of us that's single mother. We got sons and daughters to protect. That's why we be on 10. We talked about this. We really do.
Getting hurt trying to run in their house. You know what I'm saying? So we had this migrant straight from the jungles of Venezuela, thinking he's about to Tren De Aragua somebody's crib, and about to run up and Swiss cheese your house. No way. He ran in the wrong lady's house. I believe she was not even that old. Like, she was either between the ages of like 31 or 42 or something like that. I don't remember her age. But this is a, relatively young Black woman, and she clapped bro up. She turned this TV off. She rocked the snot box. She rocked him to sleep, kissed him goodnight. Bye.
I'm gonna stop right there. I like him because that's how we talk in Jersey. She said she rocked him to sleep. She got his snot box. I'm sorry, this made me laugh because these are kind of like the lingo that we use in Newark. I put his YouTube page right here so y'all can check him out. I guess he's a local person out there in Chicago. I support anyone who's able to, go out and put this out here. So I wanted to show you this. He did it a little bit more lighthearted, and I'm grateful for that. But this is real. So the news did say that she has a gun license to carry, and I really think that if you are able to, go get your gun license. Go get it. I know it's not the best feeling in the world. I'm going to be honest. When I moved to Georgia, I didn't want to have nothing to do with guns. I was so traumatized because of what happened in Newark, and literally having to sleep with gunshots over, flying over my head. I just roll on the floor and go to sleep. Like, we alive. It was ridiculous, seeing some of the things that I saw. So I wasn't a gun person. But once I got here and I knew like I was a single Black woman in the South, and everybody got guns. Oh no. And it actually helped me in a few situations where people were acting weird to me because I am a night worker. I had to run out. I had to come outside like, and the guy was like, "Oh no, everything's good. You okay, beautiful?" I was like, "Oh yeah, because you was acting a little crazy just now when I pulled up. Looked like you was about to get at me." Because I went to the gas station, and basically it was like a guy who was schizophrenic, and he must have been about the gas station bothering people a lot. And it's probably like 2:00 in the morning. I went to the gas station. Someone said, "Bring my pistol." And as soon as I as soon as I pulled up, he walked right in front of my car and he did this. I was like, "Oh shit, he with the shit." So here we go. So I just pulled my little pistol from under the seat, put it on my side. Now, mind you, I got tights. I got things like this on, and I'm going to show y'all what I got on. Y'all saw what I got on, but this is actually from my health and wellness line. I have a announcement about that. So he thought I was covered in like a regular, you know what I'm saying? I said, I came out looking all hot, nice, and sexy. I said, poop, poop. He was like, "Oh, I'm good. I said, "So, sir, why are you going to stand in front of my vehicle like you was about to do something?" He's like, no. I said, "Listen, you need to not do that. It's 2:00 in the morning. I just saw you bothering that person and you talking to yourself and stuff. Other people may not have the tolerance that I had, okay? And you may not make it. So I do believe if I did not have my pistol, he would have approached me. He would have caused me some trouble or maybe some harm. You know what I'm saying? So we also have to learn de-escalation techniques, y'all. In that situation with the house, you can de-escalate it. You better know where you're going to hide behind. And the first thing they say, and the intruder come in your house, turn off all the lights. You know your house more than them. You turn off the lights and you get behind. Let me stop. I'm telling y'all how to protect your house. Anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you guys. Also, to remind you that the page is monetized. I will start memberships as we grow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we'll see how it is. But I did want to show you guys because the last live someone did ask that I have any shirts. So I am starting to get shirts made. You're going to see at the bottom of the screen in the next week or two. And this is a girl version right here. But this one, Uncensored Levi. So it says Uncensored Grace Levi. We may do customized one where you can put your name, Uncensored Levi, because you're part of the Levi family. We want you guys to be free to think, free to be, even if it makes people uncomfortable. You talk about it, you move forward, and it, you know, we do what we do. This is what what I support here is freedom of speech, freedom to be. Because we all need everyone collectively in their opinion, their thoughts, and everything. So this is one of the shirts. This is the girl version, Uncensored Girl, Grace Levi. Okay. We also have another shirt that I'm releasing in a couple of weeks. Actually, I'm just going to be using this right now when I do my shows, Health and Wellness, Nurse Lashley. We have these shirts that I'm going to be selling soon with nice tights. Okay, this is my health and wellness line. I don't only sell workout wear, but I also give health and wellness consultations, guys. If you have an illness, okay, you are diabetic, you're something like that, you're having weight issues, I can help give you a diet that aligns with your diagnosis, your ethnicity, as well as your goals of passive weight loss. This is what I do. I went through, oh, look, am I sweating? No, I'm not sweating. That's my design. I'm like, damn, am I sweating? That's what I did to get me where I'm at. Okay. It's all about passive weight loss, taking one step at a time, and passive, basically health is wealth. And that has to be mentally, physically, socially, and we're working on it financially. Okay. So stay healthy, stay dope. We're going to come back tonight and we're going to get, we have a little surprise for you. We're going to talk about who is Miss Loretta Wells. And before we leave, I want to give one more shout out to the man of the hour, Mr. Kurt Mochucci. You are the man of the hour. You got the last laugh on Henyard. She's been trying to dodge you, and I'm grateful for you. Even though I don't know Mr. Insam, he has been working hard on his business, and I know how it is as a business owner to try to do things from scratch. And to have a system or a mayor against you in that process, and we barely have the money, you are a super server, and you are an amazing person because you did the job that it looks like the sheriffs wouldn't do because they see her funky self there every meeting for all these months, and they decided not to serve her. So I'll see you later on tonight. I love you guys. This is going to be from a Hebrew content creator. We're going to sign off. Anvil off with his head. I'm gonna act up just a little bit at the end of the live. I did good.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That's right.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yes.
Off with his head. Devil wanna try, so it's off
We
with his
did
head.
it.
Repent, the time is now, cause you can't talk when you dead. Bible study in the AM, you should walk what it says. Straight and narrow path like a walk on the ledge. Only difference, I won't fall off, cause the Most High got me. Go to war for the hour, I'm a Maccabees probably. Mashiach is the blueprint, so we fact machine copy. For him we are the students, so let's pack it, read properly. Get the highlighter, I light higher, he's a higher light. Bond with him, like bonfires on a quiet night. We forge demons to get from bias. Be Messiah like scorch demons like wildfire. We the fire type, spirit wall. They not our equals, this is not a fight. Don't get involved, just delete them like you ain't typing right. When I call, you must receive them like you the satellite.
every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Terms 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Drunk as yeah,スライドするお前の地元にスライドするスライドする
Imagine if my small business blew up overnight and I woke up to some sales. Boost this video so people who like my products can find me.
Algorithm. Where you at, bitch?